then we don't really, we don't interact with each other much anymore. What if we all just keep maintaining that number existence instead of letting, us lead each other to us, right? What if we keep allowing these number systems to be created for us, right? So these group of people are going to be this, and this group of people are going to be that, and then before you know it, then you're going to have a number and a name that's related only to that kind of group and those in that location. That's it. You're not going to have the choice anymore. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be very hard to get it back once it's gone. So that's why I said we should all be thankful for just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. That's the idea going off in my head every once in a while. I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, right? It kind of just makes a little bit more sense to me than us feeling that we're so separated, and start feeling more connected to the fact that we broke the mold, we broke all the odds to even be here now at this point. And that's, to me, is just a wonderful thing. We should be partying a lot more than we are at war with each other and letting other people tell us we're at war with each other, right? That's kind of a funny way to be, right? We all look to one person to tell us that we don't like those people over there. We don't like those people over there. They ain't no good. It's like, wait a minute here. When did they tell you that it was okay for another person alive now with me and you and whoever else is in the room that we don't like them anymore? I go, no, it's none of your business. I do what I want. I like who I want. I think it's a great policy, right? We beat the odds. That is the true meaning of defying the odds. There is no other truer meaning when you defy the odds. You defied the odds when you were born, when you transcended from wherever you were before, whatever that may be, from absolutely nothing. We don't get the concept of how this develops and why it develops. It's not for a conquering purpose. It's definitely for a thinking purpose and living together and being communal together. I don't think it's to destroy each other. But who am I? I'm not a scientist. I'm only a mad scientist. I think that's the difference. I'm not, I don't know technically if I could be a scientist, but I'm definitely a mad scientist. That's for sure. I think it works better that way for me because then I don't have to set boundaries. And I'm not looking for any grants to run my science experiments. I do them all on my own. Sometimes these are good. Sometimes these are no good. That's the way it is. Oh. Sometimes it's on this episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up. That's fucked up. That's just the way it is. Sorry. But that's what's going on. I hope, look, the weather's starting to break a little. So what's happening now is that we get during, like in the morning, it's usually a little cold, misty, what have you, right? There being a little fog across the grass. Everybody's happy. We're all waiting for the little Smurfs to run around. Oh. And then it gets nice, it gets warm, midday like that, boom, and then 6:30, 7 o'clock, bang, right back down to freaking zero. What the heck's going on here? Plants come up in the morning, and then all of a sudden, bang, they get cutting loose and going underground. So now you're not growing yet, I'm getting a little uptight. My patience is running thin with the weather this year. Let's see. Wait, who do we got to call in the government to get that changed? Come on, I know there's a phone number out there. People, tell us. I know. They got a hold of everything. You know that, right? They control the weather. Listen, I know and feel every conspiracy theory there possibly is. So, listen to me. If you feel the need.
Oh, hell no!
Chime in at any time. Yeah. I won't hold it against you. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Well, it depends on what you start rambling on. Come on now, folks. Leave something down there.
Oh, my God. Who the hell cares?
This guy. I care. That's why I tell you. That's why I tell you all these things. Of course I care. Of course I care, right? But that's the truth. I don't believe anything else except for we should all just be a little more, I think we should be more protective of each other than we are like we want to get at each other, like be mad at each other. We should feel more connected because we're all just getting along. There's not much, we don't know if there's anything after this, right? I say you get one go around on this. So if you're not thinking about the reasons why you're alive and constantly trying to challenge, that's another one. That's another one of my favorites right there. Once, twice, at least. You have to be doing things that kind of just scare you, where you're like, holy cow, can't believe I did that. Can't believe I tried that. Don't know what came over me. But normally it breaks you out of that idea of what can and can't be done, right? I mean, because if we all just sat back and watched everybody else do things, what the heck? Nothing would ever happen. We'd all be waiting for the next person. We'd all be like, hey, what do you think they're going to do? I'm going to be like, I don't know, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you where I'm going. Thomas right here. Gotta love daffodils. Right, and true sign of spring. Yes, the cold weather, by bloom, by all means. Sail, yes, totally. I shut down off simply right and do yoga. And Sherry's like, hello. I'm like, hey. Sandra's with us. How are you, Sandra? How's everything? But that's the truth. I truly believe, me, because I get caught up in the whirlwinds, just like everybody else. We all think about these things when we're sitting by ourselves, thinking that it can't be possible. Thinking to ourselves that, is that really happening? Is that really what's going on? That they're constantly trying to control us by the idea they know what the odds are of us being alive. And can you imagine that they just manage this idea of these numbers and the number we are? And then they go, wow, this area is worth this much money. This area is worth that much money. And they just keep putting values on us until they understand how much money they're going to get out of us, how long the lifespan is, how they're always doing things to up that. Wow, maybe it's better for us that we go back to the way it was, and lifespan was kind of short. I think people realize real fast that, life, oh no, it's not supposed to be like this. I only got 30 years left. Nowadays, they're keeping us alive with everything and anything. Who the heck knows what the hell they're doing to us? Really, if you think about it, right? Look, 150 years ago, you came here, life expectancy was 47 years old. You were ping pong. You were done. You were thinking about funeral arrangements at your 21st birthday. But now, we live to like 100. So, I don't know. What's going on here? What are they doing to us? How's that happen? Or is it just evolution? I don't know. Who's the one that decides that, right? Does the government decide that? Are they really the ones? Like, really, they do the best they can to we need to keep them. We're farming these people. We need to keep them alive as long as we can, right? So they gave you a number. They're like, what the odds of you being alive? You should be grateful to us. Now pay us back. I'm like, wait a minute here. You had the same odds as me. How am I responsible for you now? When did I get elected? The beholden.